You guys, just
Right.
but
Yo, half a day, everybody. Highway 54. Are we live? Are we live?
we are live.
Yeah, we're live.
Sure looks like it. I
We're
see the
live,
timer there.
man. I know, man. This is the last show of the year. Well, here we go. Stand by, guys. Oh, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Try it again.
Man. What's up?
I know, right? Let's try it again. Well, that's embarrassing. All right, here you go. Let's do it the old school way. All right, you ready?
Let's do
We'll
it.
do it the old school way. Here you go.
You can like
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys.
There we go.
Highway 54, everybody. Let's go. It's Sunday. It is the last episode. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the 20K bug happening right now. I don't know. 2022. We've got Anthony in the house.
What up?
Carla, D3, and back in the house, DJ, Mr. A. Woo! One of the OGs here.
yes.
Well, welcome everybody to the show. If you got time, go ahead and post and like and share, so we can get as many people as we can on the podcast. We've got a great show for you guys today. Kind of a review of the year, but also some news that's been going on the past couple of days. But I heard that Carla and D3 has been roller skating.
Well, we do what we does, a little bit. Yeah, not too bad for him to be 50. I mean,
Oh,
Won't be brief.
Wow, we've got some evidence of you guys
pretty
skating.
fantastic.
So tell us about this day. What happened here?
Oh man, it's I personally, we personally haven't been skating for about 35 years, minimum 35 years. So
Yeah.
went out there. There is no muscle memory whatsoever. So I went out there and that was my ploy, to do everything from the waist up to distract you from looking at my legs. So,
Are you doing that? What was that those videos on TikTok, and those old white men are like dancing like this and shuffling back and forth, and
I wasn't gonna go that far to mess that. I messed around. I would have cashed it in and had a whole place smelling like icy hot.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I just like
Little kids speeding past him, he like,
show off.
yeah.
nope.
But
So
yeah.
it was so you guys told me it was like $10 to get in, and was there like a DJ there, or what did they have?
Oh,
It's like some dude was trying to mix up a Fisher Price set player.
oh my
It was
God.
like every
wow.
other song was like a Michael Jackson song. And I'm just saying, like, really? So yeah, the DJ was terrible. We still made it happen, and we had fun. It's like turn over the cassette tape type DJ.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
Hot
Just play. That's it.
yeah.
You got
So
the-
this you guys this is Carla dancing.
Wow.
Yeah, the light up.
The light up skates. Okay.
I
Oh,
do.
wow,
I
okay.
just have the dopest skates in the rink. Thank you very much. And got
That is nice.
Yeah, she
Wow.
was like,
Is that Sugar Hill Gang? Of course, the
Yeah,
Sugar Hill
it was.
Gang.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Did they play that? They play that dun 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 dun.
No.
Jam on it. Jam on it.
I'm on it.
Actually, they did. They did
Yeah,
play
they
it.
did. They
They
cut
did.
it. Yeah.
We caught it like towards the tail end of it, and then they mixed back to Michael Jackson, and then
Michael Jackson again.
Yeah, they had Michael Jackson going back to back with
Yeah.
stuff. And then eventually they played Bounce, Rock, Skate.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Roll bounce.
Okay.
Did you get Dorsey? Did you D3? Did you get it?
So basically, it was a like a playlist, and they kind of finagle some songs together every so often.
Yeah, that was
Gotcha.
lift off of their phone. Yeah.
And they see like, oh, there's some black folks. We can play some Sugar Hill Gang
Yeah,
today.
that's exactly how it
Is that
felt.
what it was?
Exactly how it
Oh
felt.
wow.
Had a few meth heads in the crowd. Yeah, that's how it was.
And they played Cha Slide.
They played the cha-cha slide. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Mhm.
Yeah, because we were thinking about that when we went skating. It was like, are they going to play depending on the field? Just looking at it, I was like, this place looked too clean.
Yeah.
Almost passed it up. They played some.
Yeah, it was in the cut. Yeah.
Well, you know me. I know me and Eric does that. Well, you know, back in the older days, even when all of us knew the DJs when they're spinning, a lot of the DJs would play a playlist, right? They practice that shit. You know, that it's smooth. You know, beats to beats, match to match. You know, it was easier to now. Now it's basically we feel the crowd. Like, well, you know, and I'm unfortunately like, oh, there's some black folks, okay, some white folks, some Latino folks. So you kind of figure out, oh, okay, well, you know, what was that? Rico Suave? No, not Rico Suave, but
Ricky Martin?
Latino songs that always play. What was that, Eric?
I must say this.
Suavemente.
Oh, Elvis Crespo.
Yeah,
Elvis Crespo.
Yeah. So Floyd, you did set me up one time when we were in not Okinawa, when we were in Yokota.
Yeah.
I DJ'd a Celtic party.
Celtic party.
It was Celtic. It was St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah.
We had the O Club or something like that.
Yes.
That was hard.
I would have had jump around on loop.
You got the shenanigans on top of the hill. Shenanigans on top of the hill.
Like what?
Everybody jumping around.
Like the Mick whatevers, and I was like, oh.
Oh man. Hold
man.
up, I better go check my YouTube here.
I know, right? Well, me and Eric, we actually bought these tickets in June. You know, the comedian Joe Coy.
Yeah,
it was June. Yeah, Joe Coy in the summer. And you know, we once it announces, Joe Coy sells out automatically. So he sold out his first day, the 9th, Thursday, and then Friday, we got those tickets, and I bought 16 tickets. I bought 16 tickets. I don't know how. Wow. And then I told my brother and sisters, my cousins, like, look, I got 16 tickets. Who want to go? I already bought it. You know, so we had the tickets for the longest time, and we're on the floor,
right?
And so we went there Friday, and someone spilled the beans that Jabberwocky was going to be there. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, that's cool. It's cool. So Jabberwocky's opened up, but it wasn't really like the Jabberwocky's.
No,
I don't think the original. Nah, it wasn't the original, because the Jabberwocky's have a residence in Vegas, and you know, in the Vegas, so they weren't smooth. What they did one song. Honestly, they did one song.
What did they do again?
Do that. What was that movie?
You know. We call that the sprinkler, the sprinkler, like that. Yeah.
It did seem like basic moves.
Yeah, they were. It wasn't the Jabberwockies that we know. Anyways, so Joe Coy comes out, and motherfucker, he talked for I don't know, it was like 2 hours. He was talking for a long, no break. There was no break at all.
Wow.
And he had us laughing, crying, standing up. Yeah. And mind you, obviously Joe Coy is half Filipino and half white. So you would think more Filipinos are out there. No, man, there was Mexicans.
I was surprised how mixed the crowd was. Yeah.
And the lady next to me, she was full on Mexican. She was laughing harder than I was.
It's so fun.
Well, a lot of his jokes weren't just basically Filipino. He covered everybody, so it was really nice. And he took a lot of what was going on today, and whatever was relevant, and made that fun. Man, I was dying.
Yeah, I was dying. I was laughing.
What's his name? George Lopez is like that too.
Yeah, exactly.
He mixes it up, even though he's primarily speaks to the Latino audience.
Yeah, he talks about everybody. He talked about he talked about everything. He mainly on the masks, the mask mandates, and he's like San Diego. You guys don't give a fuck. You guys, nobody is wearing a mask in here except for you. And he was like, "Well, if you're gonna catch COVID, you're gonna catch it today." No, literally. I mean, we were wearing masks, but I guess like in Hawaii, they all wear masks. And
well, I think a lot of us were in the beginning until we got down to the floor and we started having our drinks, and that was it. They all came off.
Yeah, the only reason why I wasn't really wearing my mask is I was drinking. So like,
Isn't that like how it is at all the restaurants? Say like, make sure you have a drink, and then before you even walk in, have your mask, and then as soon as you go in there, you have ordered one thing, and then the mask is off, so you even go use the bathroom without it.
Yeah. I was like, whatever. I mean, we had a Christmas party for my spa yesterday at the Melting Pot, and the waiter was, he had a mask on. We all had. I had a mask on. He had a mask on, and he was trying to tell us, the specials of the day and all that. He's like, I go, dude, you can take off your mask, bro. Yeah, okay, thank you very much. He took it off, So no, it was fun. And the biggest surprise after Joe Coy, we heard before that one of the guys from Boys and Men was going to be there.
Which
one? Waynans, the chubby one.
Wanye.
Yeah.
First you said piles instead of plies. Now it's
Wanye, whatever. The
Wanye came out.
Gave him a card.
Damon Wayans.
You're all related. And then he sang half of a song. I'm like, it was. We saw Boys and Men back in Yokohama, so I was really liking their music, anyways. But then the skinny guy came out. What's his name? Sean came out. All right, so I have a snippet. Hopefully, I can play it. Hold on. I have a snippet of the video.
I want to see that.
This is how many people were there. Okay.
Wow.
It was sold out, packed, and nobody wearing a mask. Here we go.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Good thing right there. When you did.
And Joel Coy can actually sing. He was singing with Boyz II Men.
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
It was amazing.
He was standing there.
Great. Yeah, everybody. This was like literally the last thing. Like after he tells jokes, he's like, he brought up Boyz II Men.
That's cool.
Well, he made it really funny. Even though Boyz II Men was singing up there, he would mention something like, "All right, guys, tonight don't pull out.
You're making babies today, man.
Somebody's making babies tonight."
Yeah.
It depends on how old you are, because this mailbox is fixed.
Right.
So yeah, it was a great night. We bought his shirts, we bought some hats, we bought some call it sweaters and all that. So it was great. It was my second in the States full on concert of a comedian. I saw Dave Chappelle's first show after COVID in June in Vegas, and that was amazing too. And that was it's an experience that you can't like see an experience from Netflix or on streaming. You got to be there.
Different.
Got to be live. You got to be there. And one of the things with like Dave Chappelle's show is he doesn't like video your phone. He doesn't like you recording. So he locked up our phones. Gave us a little bag and shit, and you lock it and you can't open it until like there's a magnet that opens it up anyways.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And on one of the things too on both shows, none of them repeated any jokes. So all the specials they had, not one was repeated. So that I kind of pretty much impressed by that. So that was our
what topics was he going over?
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Well, this is before he got in trouble, that Netflix special trans. He talked about trans. Yeah, he talked about that.
Alphabet people.
Yeah, the alphabet people. A little bit. It wasn't intense, but we had a show already, Anthony, about Dave Chappelle and that. If you watch the whole show and you know who Dave Chappelle is, in context, he was talking about his experience and his friend who had a special relationship with, who was a comedian that killed herself or himself because of because of her community, right?
Yep.
So if you only heard a snippet of Dave Chappelle or what he was talking about, and you didn't hear the rest of it before and after, then yeah, you would kind of feel a certain kind of way, right?
Yeah. Before he told that story, he was simply saying that how hurt it was for him because that was a close friend of his, and then he started breaking it down.
Yeah. So he, throughout all his special, he was saying like, I felt a certain kind of way with the trans community or the gay community, but my friend who killed himself, he taught me different. He taught me differently, and I talk differently. But I'm a comedian. This is a comedy show, And so, anyways, Dave Chappelle was Dave Chappelle. Insightful. I mean, he's the kind of guy that he uses his pauses, before to let you get the joke. Does that make sense? Right. So his silence was fucking powerful. He's the master of doing that. He can say something and then don't say shit, and it kind of use your imagination or get the joke, and it's more funnier that way. So it was interesting to see his genius in play, and of course the Roots was there, obviously his best friends, and so it was musically awesome. And then they had him and himself, and they had what's his name, Dirty Larry.
You know what?
Ashy Larry.
Oh,
Ashy Larry. It's not Dirty Larry. Oh, Ashy Larry. Oh. Yeah, I'm getting everybody's name wrong. Yeah. I'm bad with look. I'm bad with names.
Dirty
Larry.
Oh my gosh.
Donnell
Ashy Larry. Ashy Larry. Dirty.
Ashy Larry. He dirty too, man. Come on. He's on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, let's see, Ashy because he took a bath.
Yeah. Well, anyways, yeah. So yeah, guys, my moral of the story, guys, is try to get these live shows in. Look out for those shows as much as you can. Dave Chappelle. If you haven't seen Dave Chappelle, please, you gotta get a Dave Chappelle in. Joe Coy for everybody, and for Carla, Anthony. I'm sure we all were around, know some Filipinos or been around Filipinos, ate some lumpia or whatever. He's funny.
Our Trevor was Filipino today, and he was here for what, 2 months? He said he had this job for like 1 month.
Yeah.
He drew ketchup on a plate for me. He said,
"A day above ground is a good day."
I was like, you definitely got 15% at least.
Just for ketchup drawing? Okay.
No, he was real pleasant.
Yeah, Anthony, you know lumpia and pancit?
No,
know some of that.
No, he's from Baltimore.
Yeah, you gotta do that like that.
Okay.
You know what? No, you weren't.
Now
you're a mom now. Okay. Right.
All right, we've got a fun show today. We've got some news we're gonna talk about: the smash and grab, LAPD, Spielberg, entertainment, Nick Cannon, something happened to his son, and then later on we have Poddex coming up. So stand by. All right, so one of the first things that's actually happening in the past couple of days, Nick Cannon, not Mariah Carey's kids. I'm not talking bad about Nick Cannon, but I think he has a lot of babies' mamas. So Nick Cannon's 5-month-old son dies from brain cancer, and the TV host cheerfully reveals his response because Nick Cannon has a TV show, right?
Yes. I think
so.
Talk show. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So Nick Cannon's youngest son child died last Sunday after battling brain cancer. The TV personality revealed Tuesday on his show. The 41-year-old host cheerfully announced his 5-month-old son's death on the Nick Cannon show. Dedicated Tuesday's episode to his beautiful son Zen. Cannon shares Zen with model Alyssa Scott. Over the weekend, he said, "I lost my youngest son to a condition that's called hydrocephalus that was pretty much a malignant invasive midline brain tumor, brain cancer, and Cannon said it's tough. Now, and I think why people are really talking about it is because entertainers are human, and they can and may not share stuff personally on TV or on their platform, and for him to be, it's like Jimmy Kimmel, they're very open about their opinions or their lives, and they're able to share that on TV and all that, and so it just makes these celebrities more human, and I respect Nick Cannon for the hustle, um, is that something you guys would share if you were in that top of a platform, or you're or a celebrity?
I'm sure they have to sooner, eventually, one way or another. But you think about it too. I mean, their lives dwells on attention, whether it's good or bad. But sometimes they might they might feed off of that energy from condolences and stuff like that too. Because if you think about it, if you're in the limelight, the first thing going is your privacy. So it's just a matter of time before somebody been like, what happened to your son and something like that, and then you gotta say it. But maybe it's just a way of coping, and sometimes saying stuff helps you to cope with it too. You're actually acknowledging it. So
yeah.
Up to them, but at the same time, you're like, me personally, I would like, man, I just don't like when people take pictures of a loved one in the hospital in a bed and then post it.
Yeah.
And
that's too far. Yeah, that is too far.
Too much.
Well, Nick Cannon said that his son was about 2 months old when he noticed that the newborn was having some breathing issues, and so which he initially attributed to newborn sinuses. Come to find out, they did some tests and they found out that he had a brain tumor. But yeah, I mean, it would be hard as a father or a mother, and you have a show and not to talk about it. And you would think if he died if the son died on Sunday, he has a show on Tuesday, like he has to go back to work. I mean, would you go back to work? That's hard.
He doesn't have to go back to work, I wouldn't think.
They can get somebody to fill in.
I mean, look at Wendy.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure they could work around, and at this point, they have like enough, I would think, enough money, enough clout or whatever, where they can, just take a back seat for a minute. And I mean, even if like Edwin said, if he deals with it before everybody else does, there's still usually a leak somewhere in the building that it may get out. And then when it does get out, it's always like he would have to address it then, or he would address it, or it might hurt a little more without him saying something first about it. Damage control. And like Chadwick Boseman, I don't know who his people are, but that's who I want on my team. Like for anything. Because they didn't say shit about shit, and he was there for like years,
like 4 years.
That even happens. So it just all depends on who you have on your team. But Nick Cannon, he also has that show, and then he also has Wild and Out. So he and a lot of baby mamas. So I'm sure the baby mamas knew stuff too. So it was hard for him to deal with it without it coming out.
Yeah. I guess you would look at it also that he should have a responsibility to talk about, because it may help. He's looking at it may help other people. Now, I mean, of course, it helps him to.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It probably helps him too.
His own therapy. Not to ball it in, but also help other people and say, like, you're not the only one that goes through this. Just because I'm at a certain stature, or I have money, or whatever opportunity is. My family, has the same faith. If something happens, then. Yep. And with Chris Boseman, you're right. How much respect can we give this guy? Remember they were teasing him. Remember, like, oh, he's getting skinnier.
Hold on.
You didn't say Chris Boseman.
He didn't say Chris.
He did say Chris.
Carl, get him, please.
Bosman.
Carl, please come on, get him.
To say Bosman?
No, you said Chris.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick, yeah, I'm sorry. Look, I'm bad with names. You all know I'm bad with names. No disrespect to the Black Panther. I'm sorry.
He's like, you're. I mean, was it Floyd? You're like the cop on Sanford and Son. Remember, what's his name? Smitty, and what was that?
Yeah, Smitty and
Hop and Smitty, something like that. Yeah, he would always be like, "Check you later" or something.
No, that's dig you later.
That's dig you. Yeah.
Dig you later.
There you go.
Well, you all know. Okay, the Black Panther. You know the guy. But no, weren't they teasing him before? Remember he lost some weight.
Him because he posted a picture and they were like something about like what movies he going for. He looks bad and all this other kind of stuff. You never know what people are going through.
Yeah. I think there was a Avengers interview and he was falling asleep because he was going through all the chemo and all that and he was tired. Right. And Evans, Captain America, he was like, hey, wake up, wake up. Yeah. So yeah, it's hard. I mean, I would be number one, like you guys probably. I would talk about my personal. I mean, dirty Larry.
It's not his show isn't a live audience, is it? I'm sure he has quite a few of them taped, right? So they could run a rerun or something like that to give him time to get his mind right.
I think it's taped in front of a live audience, and then so it's a live audience, but it's not live on TV.
Yeah, I'm sure they do 2 and 3 episodes per day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think
to make it look like it's a different day.
Well,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Well, so I think with Nick Cannon, I think it was just a one moment. He just human. Like him as a father. And I don't think anybody's giving shit about it, but I think it's just maybe how much is too much information. It wasn't too much information. He's just being real about his feelings and all that. So, All right. So in Baltimore, there's some stuff happening in Baltimore. I know you guys have a little bit more information about this guy. Keith Smith claimed a panhandler killed his wife. He is now a convicted murderer. So a jury in Baltimore convicted a man of killing his wife. At first, him and the daughter blamed a panhandler for killing the mother. But then later on, the daughter testified against the dad and said, "I watched him kill my mom."
And that's probably because she just mainly wanted to get off too. So I mean, that was just real. It was real. They were the worst liars in life because anybody that is either from Baltimore or from the surrounding areas know that that's not going to happen on like a side street, a panhandler. It was just really, really weird the way things transpired there, I think. And then he would talk about something about he changed his story a couple times where he said that the guy reached in and stabbed or whatever, and he went and go chase him and all that stuff, and then about reviving her or something. It made no sense, and he tried to like clean it up. They were both so dusty. It was terrible.
And they found them both in Mexico.
Yeah,
the dad and the daughter
going to Mexico. Yeah.
Really?
Wait, the dad and the daughter in Mexico?
Yeah, they were going to Mexico. Yeah.
It was for the life insurance policy, and it wasn't even that much of a life insurance policy. I think maybe 100,000 or something like that. It wasn't even that much, because I think they both took out life insurance policies on each other. It's almost something very similar that you can find on the First 48 type deal. That's sad, but
the most made up name, Keith Smith. Well, as they got caught, because they're, like you said, their story didn't check out. Part of the plea deal was the daughter Valerie had to testify against the father. So when questioned, Valerie told the jury that she witnessed her father stab Jacqueline, the mother. They were in a car in Druid Hill Park. That she didn't know her father was going to do it at the time, and then she helped dispose of Jacqueline's wallet and lied about what happened because that's what her father asked her to do.
Drew Hill Park. Huh?
Yeah, I think she's just as guilty because like she cried, like when like the interview happened or whatever, she had the dry ass. There were no tears. She was just had her face all frowned up and stuff like that.
Bitter beer face.
Yeah, just it was. I think Kyle Rittenhouse might have done a better job.
Wow.
No, that was not an Oscar winning. His face was And then did you see him like look at the judge like too? Like I'm crying. You see
like
him crying?
Wow.
Yeah. It was a tie. It was a tie. But I was just really mad that you would do something like that to a person that she was thriving. She was a good person.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was just
they say here that the Keith's lawyers was questioning Valerie's testimony because of her drug addiction and some of that. So I guess the daughter was on drugs also, or using drugs.
Oh yeah, she was totally a pookie. You could tell by her lips. I mean, all that shit was dried up.
Yeah.
You would Ashley Larry dry, huh?
dirty Larry.
Dirty Larry. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh well. Okay. So well, the holidays is here now, and we have the smash and grab happening across the nation. And so I really want to I want to see the unpackage this and what you guys think why this is happening. I know it's not just because of the laws are more lenient because of COVID during 2020 and 2021, but also on top of that, LAPD detective says don't bother visiting crime-infested Los Angeles during the holidays. We just don't think we can help you or save you. And in North California and San Francisco, they have the smash and grab where the streets are famously narrow, and they have they park on the side to go to that famous Full House grassy knoll, whatever. They have people just walking by and just smashing the back of the windows of the cars and just grabbing their luggage in daylight, broad daylight. Wow. Or even at nighttime, like when you just park your car, you see a nice car, they just smash it. But it's not just California; it's happening around the nation. So I want to get you guys' input. What makes you? Recently, right before Thanksgiving holidays, they had just like 80 people just hit down Rodeo Drive, or where all the hosh posh of high brand name brands, and they just like smashed just walked in, grabbed it, and walked out on the getaway cars. Why do you guys think this is happening, and why now?
Lack of police.
Nothing.
I mean, I was thinking about from the political side of the house is when you talk about these defund the police and I had this discussion all the time with some folks, and it's about the context versus the content. The whole context about defunding the police. Like who's actually changing this narrative to actually pay these people to go and smash and grab things? Because you hear about it even on, I think it was a show on Netflix where they were talking about the police investigations, where one of the guys was saying is that the police actually put unmarked guns in alleys in a crate, and then they blame, oh no, we got gun issues. And it's a hidden story that happens behind all of this. So I don't really think this is happening a lot. I think it's probably like maybe this 1%. Again, like how they put the bad light on Baltimore. It's just that little 1% of all the things that's really happening in the world. But again, for them to not chase it down, it could be just that one small district. The funding could be off. I'm just thinking about looking at it from the money side of the house, that somebody's pulling a string somewhere.
Yeah. Good point. It's like when they had the riots in Seattle in 2020, and people in Seattle it was like one small neighborhood. It wasn't all of Seattle. It wasn't all of Washington. It's like here in San Diego, there's stuff happening, protests, and like me and Eric never heard of it. It didn't affect me. It didn't stop me going to work or going to school. It was like one small incident in one street or two streets or a neighborhood, but it didn't affect the whole San Diego. Was it like, and I think you're kind of right in a way about these smash and grabs. It's just one area, Rodeo Drive, and kids or whatever people are just smash and grabbing that hour, and then they left.
But what got me, they said a couple weeks ago they were doing a smash and grab in Beverly Hills, but they had some people that are trying to do a smash and grab at a Home Depot too. So
I heard about that one.
Smash and grab to get tools to do more smash and grabs.
Oh wow!
Wow, that's That's insane. Well,
smash and grab to get a crowbar. I mean, like
you did say you're at Home Depot right now, right?
we smashed and grabbed this backdrop.
So
give me that.
So going back,
give me that.
So go back to L.A. Detective Jamie McBride says the head of Los Angeles Police Department says that on Monday, it's like the movie The Purge in some areas of Los Angeles where the crime is like legal for 24 hours. I guess someone, or it's like a TikTok challenge where like everybody has in their mind, you know what, if we bum rush, they can't get us all. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, I'm not gonna go and go rob a what do you call that? A swap meet. I'm gonna go rob Louis Vuitton. You know what I'm saying? One bag can feed me for a while, or or Nike, or even Home Depot, because those spools of wires, those are pretty expensive. And
Yeah.
I've seen videos where they took a whole big spool of wires or copper wire, or whatever, and that's like a couple $1,000s just for that thing.
See, Anthony, that goes back to the money issue. When I was in Kansas City, they had people that would break into electric company and steal it, or they would go to like parks, baseball parks, and they would actually take the copper wires out of the lighting to go and take it to a recycling place to get money for it.
It's not even that much money, though.
Exactly, because you need so much. But then at the same time, the best way to combat that was they actually went to the recycling places and told them not to accept any more copper.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Right. Well, maybe they got cameras out there. I'm sure they got cameras everywhere in Beverly Hills. But at the same time, if somebody's trying to buy something, or they can have people going undercover, like, yeah, man, hey, what can I get? Where can I get a Louis Vuitton bag, or a Coach bag, or what have you? Somebody's seen something, and somebody's gonna be trying to come off of it for some ridiculous price or whatever, and it's just a matter of time before they get them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're on Craigslist or on Facebook Marketplace, or
and mess around, get catfished, and think it's somebody who's actually trying to buy it from them. Then next thing you know, they in handcuffs.
I think. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was thinking about like almost like with the mafia, it's almost like just let them do it. The insurance money, they get it on the back end. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, that stuff is insured, definitely.
Yeah, well, with the bigger brands, obviously they got insurance, but how about the small mom and pops? Stores that don't have that kind of insurance, or and then their insurance goes high. Louis Vuitton and Hermes and those guys, I'm pretty sure they got funded corporate money to back them up, and it's like
They're
doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm sure. I've been insured for years, and I never used it. So, I lost a couple bags. But I think part of this trend is also that some of the states, especially in California, where you can get caught, but it's a misdemeanor depending on the amount. I think 800 or 900, and they let you go.
Wow. And then
so so they figure out like, well, the most I can do, if I do get caught, I'm gonna go in jail for one day, and they're gonna let me go. So they got in their head like, well, you're just gonna go into jail for one day, and you can do it. You can do it again. My record is fucked up anyways, so I might as well risk my life and my career over a $500 or $1,000 bag. So I think that's what's happening in some of the states, because I know during COVID, some of the states had very lenient. Like, look, and like Ross or TJ Maxx or some of these stores, like, hey, if someone comes and rob, let them.
That's how it is in Walmart and Target.
What's security there for? Best Buy. So, good question. So, I'm confused, but at the end of the day, right? Doesn't it hurt everybody? I mean, it
will change the tactics, I'm sure, for business, and even as a small business. I mean, for one, it's a big plus for insurance companies. Two, if you look at it again with the finances side of the house for that district, yes, the crime rate goes up, which means everybody who drives a car and a vehicle, those prices will go up. Then you also look at the taxes in the state will go up, because then they got to find more police officers. Then they also got to pay the the jails and everything like that. All that is paid for by the state. So I mean, it's pretty much a big money grab, I will say, on the back end, 10-year plan.
Yeah,
because we just did the census too. So I mean, we all in there.
Carl's like, don't be confused with the grab and smash, which is a signature Trump move.
Oh man,
Carl.
Oh man.
Well, yeah. Anthony, I think you're right that this may be a ploy of a little bit more deeper than we're actually thinking about. The insurance frauds. Like, hey man, you guys been paying the insurance for like years, never used it. Might as well tell some people like your brother or your cousin, whatever, go smash and grab. Now that the laws are lenient, because you can steal up to how much money, 800 900, and they let you go. It's a misdemeanor. It's not a felony. It's yeah. So oh well, all right, smash and grab. Well. One of the things also, guys, you got to be careful is there is violence happening now at the retail going to work as a retail. CVS, Rite Aid, not just smash and grab, but also because your customers are getting caught in the crossfire. Of violence because of people um, against the rules. Like, hey, wear your mask. Hey, you can't do this. You can't do that. And of course, stealing. People are getting hurt. The staff's getting hurt. Now the staff are not having enough security because people don't want to get, do the job of security job and get beat up and all that, smashing grabs. And then people are just getting angry. Why do you guys think? Is there a big anxiety now the past 18 months that people are just going crazy at retail stores and Starbucks?
I mean, what they want their chai lattes? I mean, I don't know.
I'm not surprised. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, a lot of people nowadays is just what can they get for next to nothing. If somebody gets, I mean, if we want to dig a little bit deeper, I mean, a lot of stuff that we've been doing as a society for years has desensitized us to a lot of stuff. So a lot of times people just don't value life anymore like they used to. That's just my opinion. They don't value life. So I mean, you got all types of stuff out there to where as far as entertainment and stuff like that too, that you see and you like, okay, well, somebody died. Okay, next, big deal. And a lot of people can't really differentiate between real life and fantasy. So
yeah.
Just like with the school shooting and stuff like that too, and the parents being halfway involved in that and stuff like. I mean, people don't value life anymore. So it doesn't surprise me that just innocent bystanders are getting caught up in some mess that they just had absolutely nothing to do with.
Could this speed up the metaverse? The reason for it?
I think all it is just a marketing ploy to be able to give people something that they're technically already in. Think about it. Social media is not real, but people treat it like it is. The metaverse is just a 3D version of something else that's not real. A lot of people don't even really want to leave their surroundings or something like that. But
so are you saying that
happens
because we've been in this online life, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, playing, Halo, or Call of Duty and making friendship and socializing online, that now people think that there is no consequences to what they say and what they do. And of course, the past administration doesn't help either. People are more bold now, right? Like, I can be more racist. I can be more, against the establishment. I can steal now, without any consequences. Well, and then
go ahead.
Yeah, and then the metaverse is leading into that thing. Like, well, I'm not in the flesh, so I can tell Eric to go fuck off, and not worry that he's gonna punch me in the neck or in the face, right?
But technically, that's already because you still have those keyboard gangsters that still would do that right now because they know they're not going to meet him face to face. All it is just your vision is being able to be. You'll see it in 3D, totally. Because just looking at a computer screen is technically 2D. The metaverse is just accentuating something else that people are already doing. Because right now, you think about it, people are basically right now like, you know what, I can do whatever, say whatever, and at the same time, they could care less about any type of consequence. So
Wow.
It's just a 2D version, and Metaverse is 3D version of the exact same thing. And now they're just making money off it because you have to buy those headsets, and people are buying all types of attachments, and now you can buy land within the Metaverse and stuff like that.
Oh wow, now we're going a little bit deeper. Now they're trying to get money so they can meet this metaverse life that's gonna be happening in the next couple weeks to a couple years, a month.
People are buying real estate in there. I'm like,
they are.
That's crazy.
And they're selling that EFTs. What do you call those? NFTs.
NFTs.
And you got to expand on that because
What is that?
I don't know.
Anthony, do you know about this? Because I really don't understand. I haven't sat down or read anything about it. What is this NFTs?
Well, to get the accurate name, so NFT is like a non-fungible token. So it's very similar to Bitcoin, but on the blockchain. So it's pretty much not not a centralized location. So it's almost, you can call it the Web 3.0, which means that, remember how BitTorrent was and everybody doing peer-to-peer sharing? So everybody had a piece of a song. So when you go to download a song, everybody get a piece of that. It's the same thing, but when you think about a piece of art, so as you can say, like my logo, for instance, I can actually make that an NFT, which means that I own it. I'm the originator, and I can actually sell that logo to somebody. But on top of that, which is what Gary Vee, if you haven't listened to him yet, what you can do is when you sell it, you can actually sell it with royalties. So even if that person keeps selling your stuff, you constantly get royalties back to your own wallet. So you'll always be employed as long as that person keep moving that NFT around. But also the cool thing about it, it's up to be up, when it's up, like Cardi,
So are you saying we should be investing in NFTs or is that?
I would say yes, because right now, if you think about it, it's not going anywhere. And the cool thing about NFT, if you think about it, is just art. Think about your driver's license. It is a piece of art. It has all of your information, your identification. So technically your driver's license will become an actual NFT, and more than likely, I'm thinking all the whatever the Department of Motor Vehicles would actually make that thing, because it'll be really cool that we all have just QR codes or something like that, and we can just show it on our phones and say, hey, this is my NFT, this is my wallet, this is my ID of who I am. And even if you could have sold it, you still get paid for it. I mean, you're still the originator, but it'll be the original one. And then when you think about it for the metaverse, if you have your ID like that, then you can pretty much lock down on who can see what on the NFT, I believe. And then in the metaverse, you're like, hey, this is your personal blue check. You automatically get a blue check.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I heard a story about this girl sold like 8,000 NFTs and like got $1 million back in on that sell. So it's like, well, so can you make your own digital artwork and make that as an NFT or?
Yes. There's like 3 different apps that you got to go through. I'm not too familiar with it to kind of play around with it, but that is something I do plan to dive into definitely over the holidays.
Oh wow! Okay. Well, look for that. I mean, I think that's something we can touch on next, maybe even on your podcast about that wallet, or even next our first show. More about NFTs. And I'm gonna look into it and see maybe I can invest a little bit because my Bitcoins. I got some money this year, but this year, like, what the hell is going on? So I'm just holding right now. So, all right, say guys, yep, we've put up a contest here for all our regular listeners. Thank you so much for standing up by us, commenting. So we're giving it a $25 gift card. Comment a number between 1 to 20. If you hit it on the mark, we'll give it to you. If not, I guess we'll get the closest one to it. But so far,
don't give any hints. Ashy Floyd.
Ashy Floyd.
Dirty Larry.
Oh no.
One guess, Edwin. Good try.
Yeah, one guess. All right. So we got about 10 more minutes. So let's go bring back the pod decks. Hold on, stand by.
This episode is powered by Pod Decks. Pod Decks are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you're a new podcaster or existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience and have more meaningful conversations, you're going to want to check out Pod Decks. Now, if you want to get 10% off your order right now, you can go to poddecks.com and type in coupon code. What's the code? Yes, that's the code. Check out poddecks.com. Take your podcast to the next level.
All right. This is our last show, and since 2021 has actually been better than 2020.
This is our last show in 2021.
Yes. Our last show.
Thank you, Carla.
Yeah.
Last show in 2021, but since last 2020 was a wash and 2021 is a little bit better, our topic of today is Year in Review 2021. So here's the questions. All right. Did you live this past year in accordance with any kind of mantra or keywords?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. My main mantra is be better than I was last year.
It's not everybody's almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of live by the mantra of have a problem, have empathy for it and then move on. I didn't dwell as long as I would back in the past, especially for 2021. So I kind of lived it that way.
Mine was don't hit nobody. No, I'm just playing. No, but it was kind of like his, like be better than I was like the next day.
And second part of that was be the people that we needed when we were younger.
Exactly.
Yeah. How about you guys?
Do we have merch? Floyd.
Do we have merch? No, Anthony has merch. You want to check him out?
Oh, yeah, I do have. I have plenty of merch. I just created some.
We are going to get merch though. At HWY 54, we're going to get merch.
Yeah, we got to get some. I got people asking me about hats, Floyd.
Oh yeah. We do. I did make hats for the guys and girls, and I will make some more for this year or for next year.
Some mugs.
Yeah, some mugs. And Anthony got underwear. So
Anthony got
I said, hey,
is that right?
I do got some drawers.
It's about that junk in the trunk.
You got drawers that can hold your wallet.
Oh my
There you
God.
go. All right.
Y'all are great.
All right. Review in 2021. Are your goals for next year similar or different from last year's goals?
My goals will be different, only to mainly just expand and try to just go back to the mantra side of the house, which is success doesn't happen without failure. So that's one of the things I want to just continue on to try different things, fail at it, and just keep better and growing. So
yeah. Eric?
I don't know. I just kind of I've had a lot of stuff happen to me lately. Like yesterday, I got my foot run over by a lady with a stroller, and I used to just get mad at people, but lately I've just been thinking, what comes around goes around, so I'll just let that karma take, I'll just be calm. I've been with my son a lot lately, and he goes with me and he watches how I react to things.
Yeah.
So
Kids don't miss much.
No, they don't. They don't. So.
Yeah. That's the same thing with me, Eric. Like I used to be more quick tempered,
Mm-hmm.
and now I've chilled so much that a lot of people just can't believe it. They tend to live in the 80s Carla when I'm completely different. So and I just strive to be better, and the people that do recognize that, I appreciate them for that, and I'm just going to keep being that person because I feel better.
Right. Yeah, that's about what I've been doing. Like when was a couple weeks ago, I was driving my mom somewhere. Someone cut me off, and she looked at me because she knows how I usually react. I was like, oh, they'll get theirs. That was it. And she was like, really?
Yeah, but I mean, and one thing, like, I play about a lot of things. I just don't play about my kid. So.
Yeah. Same thing with me, Eric. I've been a little bit more lenient with people, especially here in California. Since I've been away for 21 years, driving in California, I understand why people get mad and road rage.
Right.
They got some bad drivers. But also with what's been happening in the past 18 months, I personally think people are angry with their place in life or where they're at, and they take it out on the person that they can in public or in private, in Starbucks or in Walmart, and they do stupid things or they take it out on other people. I don't take it personally because you don't know me, so why would you be angry at me? I'm just here getting my latte. You know what I'm saying?
You never know what a person has been through throughout a day. And like, I mean, you never know if somebody has lost somebody that day, coming out the hospital, or what that person has gone through. So I try to be a little more understanding now than I was then, but I still ain't no chump.
Yeah, that still has limits.
Yeah, it has limits. Yeah, but I mean,
just don't spit on me, nothing like that.
Oh no!
Oh, don't.
I don't do body.
No, we
don't. Yeah, don't spit on me.
I'll ask for forgiveness later.
You want the junkie to touch your lip.
Yeah.
Bum. No, see,
just say it. Don't spray it, right? Yeah. All right. Next question here. Which relationship improved the most in your life and why? Ooh. I'm going to say my relationship with my family and with Rose. I think still a challenge. But I one of the things is I have, like you said, Carla, is you don't know what they've been going through, even though we know them. Maybe there's some stuff that's happening within, insecurity, unhappiness. Like Eric, someone stepped over my toe, and they just had that one moment. You said something wrong, and you do an outburst and all that. So I think really my relationship it can get better, but my family, also my tolerance with my family and my fiance Rose. So,
well, I would say like with family too. Cutting off some family is highly underrated, and some people do need to be cut off. However, like I do strive to improve. Like my parents and I, we never had, I would say, a bad relationship at all. But I do now. I'm more sensitive to their needs because they are older and they weren't raised the way that we were raised. So I try to be more understanding. And I know that they're getting, they're also getting older. They're not in the best of health. So just understanding them now before I would have to like do something to help them, or whether they might have to help me, to be honest with you. But, just being more understanding, cherishing every moment that I can be with them. It takes nothing for them. If they could pick up the phone at any time, I would be there. If they called me at 2:00 in the morning, I would be there. So just continue to improve on my relationship with my parents and people that love me too. So.
Yeah. Anthony?
I know the one thing, at least this year, I've increased my relationship with finances. So that's number one. Two, I guess it's more of understanding this work-life balance, because I also worked on the day and having a podcast, but it's also impacting with my wife. And it's one of those things that even to the point now that she's wishing for the Christmas present is for me to just not pod for a whole week. And it's like, great. So that's one of the things I need to get better at.
Yeah. Eric?
Probably my sister.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because we've with everything that's been happening the last couple of years, she really locked down, and trying to stay away from everybody. Even my parents, she's been trying to stay away from, because she doesn't want to be guilty if spreading something. She had a lot of fear in her, but so we kind of didn't communicate for like the last year or two.
Oh,
but
wow.
I would say in the last couple of months we've been talking to each other, texting each other all the time now, and she started to come out and spend time with us. So plus she came out of a pretty bad breakup with her ex-boyfriend. She got a new boyfriend now. So I think it's been pretty good. We're starting to build a pretty good relationship. So
yeah. D3.
I'd say relationship with my family. Sometimes I see myself as my own worst enemy because I'm over analytical on a lot of things. So before I would think, okay, so why is this happening, or why is somebody doing something this particular way? But instead of thinking about why, that's automatically assuming that they've been through the same thing that I've been through, or they would see things the same way I do, but that's not possible, So instead of trying to figure it out, you just memorize. So if they happen to fall short on something, then I need to pick up the pieces without being judgmental or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm sure they would do the same thing for me. If I fall short on something, and they give me some type of criticism, then understand it's not out of a place of hatred. It's out of a place of love, and it's me correcting myself through them. So it's only right. It's reciprocated, and it also goes back to what she said too about sometimes just because somebody has the same blood as you doesn't mean they're family.
That is true.
Yes,
it is what it is. So just understand that my wife and my daughter, they got my back regardless. So I have to do what I have to do to protect them in any way, shape, or form, and I will do that to the best of my ability, no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh, boo, you're so sweet. Oh.
Wow. You about to make some babies today.
Yeah, serious. Yeah, okay.
Did you say that taco was out of commission today?
Right.
Yeah.
But
all right, last question here.
Up the club.
But before we go, before we have the last question here, I think we have a winner. Oh well, no, you know what? Okay, I know we have
a winner. We do have a winner.
Do you have a winner?
The winner is Edwin with your first number that you did. The first number that you did was 17.
Greedy.
And that was the only number that we counted. And so the actual number was 18.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Hey,
Congratulations.
Hey, tell him what he wins. You actually win a $25 gift certificate or gift card from Target. You also get a $15 gift card to Paulie's Pork Palace, home of the chitlin loaf.
Is that real? Is that real?
He said, look, the boy's like, is that real?
No.
A chitlin loaf.
All right. Here you go. Last question. 2021, guys, our last show. I'm going to thank you guys for just supporting the show. Anthony for coming in at the last second here. We look forward for next year. So last question here is who had the biggest impact in your life in the past year, either positive or negative? Again, who had the biggest impact in your life in the past year, either positive or negative? Now, I understand if you don't want to say negative, so I know it's public. So, wow.
I would have to say, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure. You go ahead. I'm still thinking.
Well, I mean, I definitely would have to say my daughter, because of all the things that she's been through in life. She's 25 years old, and she continues to go through a lot of health problems. And this year, 2021 has been really, really rough for her, probably one of the roughest years for her. And just her perseverance and still standing and being strong. Sometimes she don't think she's as strong as she is. She's so yeah, she's had a big impact on my life.
Oh man, that's good. I know you guys been going. Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, okay. I know you guys been going through some rough stuff with the family and all that. And I think all of us here. For me, I think the podcast has helped me a lot, guys. I know we've been struggling to do this every Sunday or every other Sunday, and I think it's therapy for me. Guys, for those who don't know, I had a mental breakdown in 2019, and I early retired from the Air Force to really work on me the past 3 years. And I'm a radio guy. I like to talk, I like to DJ and all that, and the podcast has given me a way of to say things I've been thinking the past week or months or years of my life. And this helped me more, and I'm happy that you guys are on this journey with me, and I look forward for next year. But I got a ways to go. I have a lot of challenges ahead of me with my new family and with the new projects that we have in the next year. So I am so thankful for everybody for commenting and and joining the laughs with us in this journey. It's very hard. We don't get paid for this, and obviously that's one of the things we want to do for next year is to get paid. So the biggest impact with me is not just my family, and that's number one, but this podcast. And so it was a great journey, and we're walking into season 3, and we hope for more laughs, more laughter, more information. And now we have a brother podcast with about that wallet, and we hope that we can join each other in any projects and ideals. And so the podcast has really done a big number for me, at least for this year. So
well, Floyd, I really don't want to go after that one, but you're right. You're right about how the podcast is really therapeutic. Because it is times where it's like you just need somebody to listen to you, or just kind of get some thoughts off your head, and when nobody else is around to listen. But not even knowing who's listening or who is on the other end of your voice it's pretty powerful, because it actually could impact somebody, even though it might not impact the person that you want it to impact at that moment, but they can actually take time and listen to it later. And that's one of the beautiful things about having a podcast and a show and an outlet, just to kind of express yourself comfortably,
Yeah.
So, thank you for sharing that.
No, thank you guys. Thank you for the journey. Eric, D3, what you got?
Damn, brother. Probably this year, person's make biggest impact on my life, bro, has been you. I'm a family guy. You know that, man. And
yeah,
we had a brotherhood, with our cousins, and all of them moved out. They all moved up north, or just farther away. I don't get to see them anymore. You came back. And you're still here. And me and you, we think the same. We like doing the same type of things. And to be honest with you, the last maybe 2 years, man, I've been feeling a little lonely. But I find strength in family. My wife and my son, and my parents and all the other cousins. But I haven't had that closeness like what me and you have.
Yeah.
You coming back, doing this show. Like you said, this podcast, man. Ever since we started this, way back, it's been great. We get to connect with more people now, and it's fun. Look, I know Carla and D3, and I didn't know them before. We met a lot of other people too, Susanna and
Kellen,
Kellen, and
Keys,
great, Erica and Keys, and it's made an impact on my life. It's fun. We're doing the DJ thing again, man. I stopped there for a while. Thank you for bringing the passion. Giving someone I could have passion. Shares the same passion with me. And it's fun, man. And all of this is fun, and it's making it all worth it, man. Thank you, Floyd.
Well, we miss you, Eric.
I know, right?
I miss you guys. I've been busy. All this behind me was like all filled with boxes and stuff, and I couldn't do the podcast. So, but I'm back. I'm back.
All right, D3, you got it.
For me, it goes back to my family again. Because they push me. I call it positive stress. So they push me to better myself on the job market. Making myself better. Then I also have my inner circle of my cousins who we text each other every day. It's 7 of us, and we get together once a month. Sit back, crack. We all grew up together, and then have shared meetings. But at the same time, I don't know if Carla told you, but my background is actually in broadcasting. So I actually had my own radio show in Kansas City. So doing this, you helping us through this platform. I got the bug again.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me on this, because there was times where I did a show in Kansas City at a volunteer radio station completely for free.
Yeah.
And that was from 2 a.m. till 6 a.m. But
Wow.
Something about standing behind a mic and interacting with other people. You still have a little bit of a level of privacy, but at the same time, you still like the fact that you're either playing music or you're talking about different topics that you can relate to. It is therapeutic. So thing dealing specifically with audio and sound and the arts and stuff like that too is therapeutic for me. So again, thank you for bearing your soul here for us, because it's a man thing to do for a man. Again, anything you need, you just say the word. We got you. Done and done.
I like chitlins though. Anything but the pig.
And Guam, isn't it called frittata when they cook it in blood, right?
Yeah. Dunugo, it's called dunugoan.
Yeah.
Blood pudding.
I love that.
I love it.
It should be called "Don't Do That."
Don't do that.
No.
It's good for the wang.
Do not go there.
You gotta go for the wing.
And my dad in Delaware, he sells them in $25 packs.
Oh man.
Yeah,
he cooks them, freeze them, and then sell them in $25 packs. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's slinging chitlins.
Yeah.
So Floyd, can we shout out our viewers? Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you, Barbara Cotman, my mother. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Erickson, Arias. Who else?
Mark's out there. Yeah,
Mark's out there.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Anybody who I missed.
You forgot one, Dirty Larry.
Oh, Dirty Larry. Dirty Larry. Marissa Noel. That's right. That's shout out to you. Thank you, girl, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Come back next year, and we will have more giveaways. We're gonna get some merch.
We'll get some merch. We'll get some merch out there.
Yeah.
And
topics.
It was some Highway 54 underwear.
Edible ones. Hey, underwear is one place you don't want a highway. Not in the back.
We call it the street highway.
I'm telling you, man, Anthony, I'm gonna buy some.
I'll make a special gold pen for you.
All right. Well, guys, this is Highway 54. Check out also About That Wallet. He's got a great show and talk about all finance and all that. But stay tuned for next year. Season 3 is coming up. We've got some good stuff. Me, Carla, D3, Anthony, and DJ Mr. A. And hopefully some of the rest of the crew will come back. But we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, happy 2022. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Spend time with your family. It's not about the gifts. Yeah, not about the gifts, man. It's about just being together with the people that are special around you. So absolutely. I salute you guys. Anthony, Carla, D3, thank you for joining, spending time with us. I know your time is valuable. And of course, Eric, my cousin, forever blood to blood. We were wearing the same shirt. And that's not planned, man. We were saying the same shirt.
We did not plan it.
It wasn't planned. All right, guys. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Have a day. Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed the show today. Do us a favor and click on the like button or share our podcast. Thanks for listening. Till next time, we are Highway 54.